of Cleveland right there. We've got NBA basketball in store for you here at Quicken Loans Arena in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. It's the home of the Cavs, live on 2K Sports. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3, and it's Curry in at the point guard position.
And it's not often that one of your enforcers is also one of your best three-point shooters, but such is the case with J.R. Smith. Everywhere he's gone, he's played both roles, sometimes to the team's benefit, but others to its detriment.
Greg, on the topic of Smith, you never know what his personality is going to bring to the game, or Clark, even the moment.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Moment to moment, it's an adventure. When the good JR is rolling, he's knocking down threes, playing solid D, creating havoc for the opponent. Bad JR is taking and missing wild shots, going to sleep on defense, and causing problems for his own team. Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Fires from deep. Curry, good. Curry's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for him. You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. They get it again. And again, Tristan Thompson.
And you know what? He doesn't mind getting his hands dirty when it comes to really fighting on the backboard.
It's Curry with the drive. Good.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Got a piece of it. Bogut kicks to Barnes. And the rejection by Love. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. And that one's good.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do.
Curry kicks to Bogut. The 3. Love grabs the board. Cavaliers leading.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
Plain one-hand flush. I love it.
Clark, I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike.
Yeah, the one hand lets you get up high.
No doubt about it. At least it looks like that from this angle.
It's stolen by Bogut. And now, in transition, it's Barnes. Oh!
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that, Kia. A slam cam. Pass to Bogut. Lets it go with the 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Cleveland moving it around. Curry with the steal. Top the key, Barnes. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin.
Whoa! Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever
on.
seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw it.
I tell you what, fellas, you might not see another one like that one for a while.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And for Kyrie Irving, it had been a long time coming. Last season, he finally played in his first postseason with the Cavs. And up until the unfortunate injury, he certainly made the most of it.
Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. Leandro Barbosa is checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. And it's Smith finishing it off.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And think again about the playoffs last year, Clark. They weren't all sunshine and roses for Irving. He had to play through a tough leg injury in the conference semifinals. And, of course, the injury in the finals, the fractured kneecap, and he was gone.
Yeah, that was really painful to watch, seeing him go out for the rest of the playoffs with that fractured kneecap. A freak injury, but he'll grow from it and be better.
The Cavaliers have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. And that one's good. Thompson's got 6 points.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing. That would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it, "Are you kidding me?"
And for Kevin Love, such a big part of that Minnesota Timberwolves franchise. I mean, they drafted him 5th overall back in 08, and really he had been their catalyst his entire career. Even last year when he decided he finally wanted out, he helped the Wolves land Andrew Wiggins in the trade that shook the league.
Irving drives in. Smith wide open. He fires. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. That's 10 points for Smith. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Green. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel. And here are the Cavaliers. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Love the pass to Smith. Back to Love. Irving drives in. Here's Thompson. It's rebounded by Livingston.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Cavaliers ahead, leading by 4. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans.
He sat us down.
When someone like LeBron talks about what you need to bring to the table, you better bring it.
Yeah, I would think so. You'd be better served to go right along with what he's talking about. And dub the new big 3 along with Kyrie. I think if they just keep following LeBron's lead and advice, the sky's the limit.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Cleveland.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Warriors. They've got Festus Ezeli. Livingston is out there with Ian Clark. And it's Rush. And it's Iguodala in at the power forward.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
The drive by James. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Fry at the elbow. The dish to Mozgov. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game. Warriors trail by 7. Iguodala no good. As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games, and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
different look now for Cleveland. Love checked in for Mozgov. Kyrie Irving comes in for Shumpert. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Iguodala. Barnes comes in for Brandon Rush. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Ian Clark. Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston. Azili kicks to Curry. It's stolen by Smith. Here's Irving. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And now a 10-point Cavalier lead.
Agility leads to thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor. And guys, Steph Curry, the rare point guard who's almost as effective playing off the ball as he is on it. And the Warriors have really emphasized that as he's evolved as a player, bringing in a lot of playmakers who can set him up coming off screens.
In the hoop for his fourth field goal. For 7 shooting and looking for more.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012. After 2 seasons at Carolina. Remember also in high school, he was a teammate of Dougie McBuckets.
And he overdid it there. Too much for... It looked like on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And Kevin, that dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on it.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time.
Reverse that one home. Now that was nice, real nice.
The agility on display.
Yeah, you love that body control.
How about the power and grace on that finish?
Timeout called for Warriors. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Harrison Barnes, of course, went to North Carolina, grew up as a huge fan of former Tar Heel Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you know, interesting, his mother started taping Jordan's games on the VCR years before he was born. His given name, Harrison Bryson Jordan Barnes. How about that for a factoid?
I didn't know that.
Nor did I. Whoa, that'll wake you up.
Is he an athlete or what?
No doubt about it. It's almost as if he lives in the air, and dunks like that have become quite commonplace.
Curry. Another miss by Curry.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Sinks the triple. Thompson's got 5 points so far.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Irving dishes to LeBron. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Out to Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Smith's got 20 points.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Curry can't get it to go.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
And it's Smith that time on the assist by Fry. 23 points for J.R. Smith.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. On its way from Curry for two. Green for 2 points. Curry's got 14 points.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick.
And the first half is now in the books.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. Their largest deficit of the period was just... And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just a...
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
And what a tremendous game for Smith. He has 23 points, and those 4 3-pointers he's hit have helped him too.
No doubt, Clark. They'd be in a much different position this game if he wasn't knocking down those triples.
Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the 5, down low. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Not much more is there to say about LeBron James, Clark. Incredible consistency, unbelievable athleticism. He just is a marvel in every way the longer he plays.
Kevin, when you look at his career averages, I mean, just off the charts, and he has the same unbelievable year every year. The consistency, phenomenal.
And talking about LeBron's consistency, it's not just a physical effort. It's also a mental one. I mean, you know you're targeted by the defense all game. That'll wear down even the best players. How is it that LeBron's armor just never seems to be penetrated?
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
And another 3 for Cleveland.
You know, on the topic of LeBron, one of the few areas where he could improve consistency in is from the three-point line. 3 years ago, he hit over 40% from downtown. 2 years ago, 38. And last year, down to 35.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just not letting up at all. You know, one of the more impressive things that we know about LeBron James is that he is one of the great leaders in the NBA. About raising his voice on social issues either. Good to see.
Iman Shumpert is checked in for Cleveland. Golden State also making some changes. Iguodala comes in for Barnes, and it's Livingston in for Steph Curry.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
And speaking of LeBron's leadership, trying to will this Cavs team to a title, one of his greatest challenges.
And Kevin, the expectations are just so high. He may have had less talent around him in his first stint in Cleveland, but after winning titles in Miami, anything less seems like a step backwards.
And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Warriors trail by 19. Now the feed to Green. Bogut with it. Now guarded by Shumpert. Thompson, that falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. 9 points for Klay Thompson. Cleveland's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. It's LeBron with the drive, and he jams it with authority.
Is there another player out there capable of moves as stunning as that?
A handful at the most. He is an elite.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Walking in the building.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Timeout called the Warriors.
Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked first in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and defensive team in the league. Remarkable.
Love's checked in for Cleveland. Smith comes in for Matthew Dellavedova, and Spates gets it to go.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Smith kicks to Fry. No one near James as he lets it go. Drops in the tray. LeBron's got 7 points here in this quarter. Last season for the Warriors, really dominated from beginning to end to lead the league and break both offensive and defensive efficiency.
And Kevin, a lot of people knew the Warriors were good at offense. I mean, but they've been equally as good defensively over the past few seasons. Kind of flying under the radar for whatever reason. Not the case going forward.
Barbosa knocks it away. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. To the left wing. Golden State moving the ball around. And it's blocked by Love. And they'll keep possession. Shot clock at 5. Here's Clark. Up and in on the layup.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear it's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
The drive by Smith to the left wing. Fry passes to Shumpert. He kicks it to Fry. He dishes it to James. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Shumpert gets a wide open look. Warriors with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And the rejection by Smith. LeBron outside. Pass to Fry. Left side, Shumpert. Stolen. And it's the Warriors on the break. It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. For the Cavaliers, Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Love. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for James. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Ian Clark.
Well, for one, he hasn't let them down. I mean, but a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Kyrie Irving's checked in for J.R. Smith. And the Warriors also making a change. Green's checked in. But he stays with it. The Cavaliers leading by 14. And stolen by Spates. Fires from 18. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist from Green. 18 points for Steph Curry. To the inside. It's stolen by Green. And Curry, here we go. And another basket for Golden State.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Barnes kicks to Curry. Good on the shot, and that shaved the lead to single digits. Curry's got 22.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches. The complexion of this game.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Cavaliers lead by 8. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. The Splash Brothers are the guards. Green is out there with Iguodala. And it's Barnes, and at the 3, the small forward. Shot clock at 6. Shumpert dishes to Irving. Launches a 3. That's good. Irving's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Cavs.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time. Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq. Robinson did it for Tim Duncan. And that's really what great players do.
And getting back to Kyrie, many felt the addition of LeBron would cut down on Kyrie's playmaking opportunities. But Kyrie was near his career average in assists last season. That even further indicates how seamlessly the two superstars were able to gel.
Timeout called the Warriors.
You know, talking about the effect LeBron had on Kyrie last year, they looked fantastic working together, but the stat sheet also bears that out. Kyrie hit over 40% of his threes for the first time in his career, and he posted the lowest turnover rate of his career, too.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Steve Kerr was just going over the plan with his team. He doesn't think they've been giving it their all, saying they've been quicker to rebounds, to every loose ball. We got to wake up. The game's slipping away, and we're letting it happen. We have got to take control of this thing. We'll see if he lit a fire under him, guys.
And thank you for that, Doris. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Golden State.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Poked loose. It's stolen by Bogut. It's taken away by Smith. It's stolen by Green. Here's Iguodala. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Oh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the road.
Timeout called Cleveland.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
And the Warriors with a completely new five on the floor. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And there's the pass to Love. Here's LeBron. Misses off the left iron.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Rush's shot is off.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
And stolen by Fry. Azili the pass to Spates. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
This is as good as it gets from the charity strike here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
And Cleveland making a change here. Thompson's checked in. The drive by James. And he gets it to go. James has got 8 points here in this quarter.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Here's Spates. Great tee that time from Love.
And they've controlled the boards, and that's a big reason why they're controlling the lead.
Yeah, they brought the sandpaper edge to their attack, really fighting and scrapping inside. A lot of grit and grind with these guys.
Barbosa. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. For three, Smith. The shot is off. So Golden State will take it the other way. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game. Well, safe to say that J.R. Smith has never been short on confidence. Clark his entire career.
Yeah, he's always been a guy who could actually play with confidence and back it up. When he's hot from the floor, he can take over games single-handedly.
Clark, he's checked in for the Warriors. Barnes comes in for Leandro Barbosa. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Azili. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there. And for Smith and his confidence last year, even he said he's on pace to be one of the best shooters the game has ever seen. So obviously not lacking in belief in his ability. And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Cavaliers.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
They sure did, Kevin. Every time they left the man open deep, he'd get a good look at the basket. And they didn't hesitate, and the aggressiveness paid off.
And we've come to expect nothing less from one of the league's elite players, but another tour de force for James. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long. And not sure if I can agree with J.R. Smith's assessment that he'll be one of the greatest shooters of all time, but he's pretty deep into his career at this point. Maybe he's hoping for a Kyle Korver type of career after 30 years of age. The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. Too bad I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
And I love that the instant that steal was made, they were out in the open floor.
Ball pressure leading to the run out. Man, it doesn't get much nicer than that. That is sweet, sweet stuff.
And on the way from Irving for three. Good. And the Cavaliers lead by 13.
And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they want.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge. And
so Golden State will get the first possession. All fueled up and ready to go. My. How did he hit that shot?
I don't believe what I just saw right there.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
Curry with a wide open look. And another three for Golden State. On defense, Golden State. It's a three-point game. Nobody near Irving. And another three for Cleveland. And Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member of himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that. Could you?
Yeah,
Right.
He probably just drone on as a broadcaster and will rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
No.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships at Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
Now Irving after the missed three from Stephen Curry. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Irving against Curry. Lets it go with a three. And there's J.R. Smith on the assist by Irving. And here's a little-known fact, Clark. Only 3 players have recorded at least 2 triple-doubles in the NCAA tournament. They are Oscar Robertson, Magic Johnson, and Draymond Green.
That's some elite company for Draymond Green. He's a hard worker, a guy you love if he's on your team. He can be an irritant if he's not with you, but continues to improve and prove his doubters wrong. I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Outside Irving. Cleveland the rebound. Cleveland moving it around for 3. Love. The Warriors pull it in.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
And it's Smith missing. The Warriors have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Another miss by Curry. Cavaliers leading. Smith kicks to Love. Thompson up top. Pass to Irving. And it's sent back by Bogut. And they get it back. Smith dishes to Irving. The drive by James. The kick out to Irving. Just 4 to shoot. Again, Irving missing. Pass to Bogut. And stolen by Love. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And James throws it down.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up. And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Well, Kevin Love certainly is one of the best passing big men in the league.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role, didn't let the move bother him, and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Alfred Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's 6th Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Shumpert's checked in. Golden State also making some changes. Varejao comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Iguodala in for Harrison Barnes. That's a 2 from Smith. And again, it's Cleveland.
Running it right down their throats. 3 straight buckets in transition.
Yeah, and they're paying the price right now for the lackluster defense. For me, that's inexcusable.
Curry's shot is good.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Irving with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Stolen by Varejao. And there's the call on James. That's his first foul. And here are the Warriors now, trailing by 5.
Yeah, but you have to like the mentality to get inside, even though they're struggling to finish.
Yeah, I love the mentality getting inside. I mean, they've been bottled up in there, but when you attack the paint, generally good things are going to happen for you.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really, as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
Well, LeBron had kind of a slow start to his season, his return to Cleveland last year.
Yeah, he got off to a bit of a slow start. He had some nagging type injuries, but things turned around, and LeBron was eventually able to get the clubhouse atmosphere where he wanted.
And here's Irving after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Warriors trail by 4. From deep. Look at that shot! How did that go in?
How about that?
Oh! The kick out to Irving. Stolen by Varejao. Oh, and here comes Iguodala all alone. From deep. Another 3 for Golden State.
Talk about a terrific stroke. I mean, the defense was hoping that a 3-ball that deep was not going in.
Yeah, but when a guy shoots it like he...
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Warriors ahead. They're up by 2. Let's take a quick break now. You know, Clark, when you hear a talent as tremendous as Curry talk about what a struggle it is, you know you're watching just outstanding basketball.
Well, I tell you what, I like that kind of serious and focused attitude that it's really always been Curry's approach. It's one of the reasons he's always working to get better and hone and upgrade his game, and how he's able to take it that one. Knocks forward each season.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Warriors.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
They've got Mozgov. Smith is out there with Channing Frye. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Shumpert in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. It goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
Some nice passing by Golden State here. Here's Spates. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Here's Shumpert. Warriors with the rebound. Well, as rough as the Cavs might have started the season, Clark, they were all at peace near the end. Things turned around certainly after the All-Star break. Had their amazing playoff run, great momentum, and that confidence showed every game they played.
Really did, and I thought the big three found a way to come together nicely and smooth out the rough spots, and James, Irvin, and Love ended up being the highest scoring trio in the league last year.
Clark, he's checked in for the Warriors. By himself, trips down the breakaway slam.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Smith the pass to Dellavedova. Back to Smith. From deep. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
He hit a three in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
This is crazy. Every shot they're taking right now is finding the mark.
Literally every shot, partner. I mean, they just aren't missing.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
And how about Sean Livingston? Just a terrific comeback story. Of course, he suffered that famous knee injury, one of the worst I've ever seen, and he has willed himself back to become a valuable player in this league.
Livingston signed a nice 3-year deal with the Warriors, helped their bench. Great fit for that team.
No question of it. Rare package at 6'7", who's a true point guard and extremely versatile defensively. He can play alongside Steph Curry, handling the ball or off it, and easy to see why the Dubs were happy to get it.
LeBron's checked in for the Cavaliers. Kyrie Irving comes in from Matthew Dellavedova.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from James. Man showing some terrific range. 26 points for Steph Curry.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
Just 5 to shoot. Poked away. It's stolen by Curry. From deep three-point range. Can't hit.
And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Shumpert with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. Wasted no time on that one. And that's now 10 points for LeBron.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm. Yeah, real nice shot selection there. I guess he's working on his buzzer beater form.
That's a reach, but perhaps that is the case. Or maybe he was trying to knock a bird off of the scoreboard.
He's about right. Because I still can't figure that one out.
No, I see no birds up there.
No.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Smith. Love comes in for Channing Frye. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Shumpert.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson.
You know, the Cavs had a slow start to last season compared to how everybody thought they would play. Still, it was the best start for Kevin Love in his career and would end up being the most winning team he's played on. Says something about how long he's waited for success.
The drive by Green. Curry's got space. The 15-footer, good. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
It's a pick by Love. Curry against Irving. There's the pass to Dellavedova. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Thompson. Curry. Oh, look out, and then you throw up stuff like that. And you go, oh my, how does it even go in? He pulls a Houdini.
Oh, my goodness.
Irving kicks to Dellavedova. Here's James. Buries it down low. James has got 12.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Curry dishes to Iguodala. And stolen by James. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Draymond Green. Rush comes in for Andre Iguodala. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Bogut the pass to Livingston. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. The Warriors shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Now Cleveland moving it up. The shot is off.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting it.
And that does it for the football.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. What a start it was for Stephen Curry. He ended up with 30. And now, folks, it's just about time for the third.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
You just can't shoot the triple any better than he did in that first half. That was incredible.
And here in the second, Greg, he's got to just keep taking them and making them. And if that's the case, no reason for him to stop.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, it's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Barnes in at the small forward position. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense, you know, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season, and some nights the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
James has a 2-pointer. The leaner falls for it. That was a difficult shot. LeBron's got 15.
And you know, with the Warriors, it goes beyond the stats. High character guys, tremendous culture. They had a lot of guys that could guard multiple positions and defend them well. That was a big reason they became champs.
Shumpert is checked in for the Cavaliers.
And you just look at this Warriors roster, and there are a ton of defensive playmakers. That ability to switch everything and be fine is what made them so tough on the defensive side of the ball.
James checked in for Cleveland. Andre Iguodala, he's checked in for the Warriors. Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler in the league. There are a lot of guys with a good handle. He is definitely in the top 5. If not, he's got to be in the conversation.
Arguably the most talented player at his position. I mean, he can get wherever he wants to on the court. He's athletic, an unbelievable finisher as well. I think that's something that oftentimes gets underrated. Maybe the best finisher in the game.
Agreed. And Shumpert kicks to Irving. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Misses from close range.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence. And, you know, Kyrie Irving really ambidextrous as a ball handler because you can't play him to one side, and he's ambidextrous as a finisher, too. He's so creative and crafty. Terrific at the rim with both hands.
And one thing about Irving's ball handling, he does a great job of protecting the ball. A very low rate of turnovers for a player as aggressive as he is on the bounce.
Outside for Curry from deep three-point range, and James pulls it down.
He's really slowed down a bit here in the second half. He hasn't converted a three yet after the tremendous first half he had.
Wow, and how huge has he been today? Really just giving his team a nice lift.
Yeah, and he's kept them close enough to be within striking range. I mean, the deficit would be much larger if not for the efficiency of his play. Great assist that time by Kyrie.
Oh, my. How did he hit that shot?
I don't believe what I just saw right there.
Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Curry hits the front of the rim and out.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And it's Irving missing. Warriors leading by 8. From deep. Oh!
How about that, Kevin?
What range on that shot.
Unbelievable.
It's amazing. It's Curry with the drive and the rejection by Love. Channing Frye's checked in for the Cavaliers. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Kyrie Irving. And then for Golden State, Spates checked in for Bogut. Ian Clark comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Livingston no luck. And there's a foul. It's on Maurice Spates. That is his first foul of the game. Mozgov, he's checked in for Kevin Love. And then for Golden State, Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Draymond Green. And it's Rush in for Andre Iguodala. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very top Western conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
That's a 2 from Smith. Misses off the left iron.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
And up the court come the Warriors on the break.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Dellavedova kicks to Frye. And Brandon Rush gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Barnes, he's checked in for Golden State. Barbosa comes in for Ian Clark. And Thompson kicks to Dellavedova. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Frye from the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State. Spates has got rebound number 5 here tonight. They get it back. Ezeli dishes to Barbosa, and Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Full 24-second shot clock. On its way from Barbosa for 2. And it's Barbosa again missing. The Cavaliers trail by 11. It's Thompson off the drive.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
The Cavaliers have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. J.R. Smith hits them both. Here is Livingston. Feeds it to Spates. Launches it. There's the bucket. Good. Spates has got 8 points.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just a knot.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. The Warriors on top. They lead by 12. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Irving is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. Then there's Tristan Thompson. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Shumpert in at the 3 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Love kicks to Shumpert. Oh, he jams it right over Draymond Green. Wow.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark? Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
Thompson, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
This guy is simply having a great game from outside.
Warriors leading by 9. Curry trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for them.
Yeah, but they've got to find a way to convert those extra possessions into points if they're going to come back in this one.
With the shot, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Curry's got 47 points.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead. And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
From deep three-point range, and a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
And Steph Curry, not just a superstar player, but one of the best contracts in basketball this year and next for under $24 million combined. And you can bet he's due for a major increase in pay when 2017 rolls around.
James checked in for Iman Shumpert. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, but in the first half, he was just purely flawless as a ball securer. But that certainly hasn't been the case here in the second half.
And for Stephen Curry, a value contract, but a growing list of endorsements. One of the top-selling jerseys in the league, a signature shoe deal. He's doing all right.
Yeah, I don't think he's worried about it. He's got a Bible quotation on his wrist that says, "Love never fails." And that's how he approaches the game, with a true love and faith that his hard work is going to pay off.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Irving passes to Love, and Thompson kicks to LeBron. Cleveland moving the ball around, and there's the call on Klay Thompson. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Here's LeBron, an easy 2 points on the layup. And now just a 4-point Warrior lead.
Great move to get to the rim. I think they're going to take the aggressive approach down the stretch.
Timeout called the Warriors. And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan, and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. His advice clear-cut. I want to see you playing to win, not playing not to lose. I don't care what the lead is. We do not back off.
And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though, and I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State, saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
Outside for Curry, fires for 3. They get the rebound, and it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's checked in for the Cavaliers. That's tipped. It's stolen by Smith. And James throws it down.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Nice shot by Smith.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
for three. Love. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Bogut's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Got sloppy in a close game. You have to take advantage of every opportunity.
Barnes is checked in for Andre Iguodala.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
An excellent game we've seen from LeBron. He's got 24 points. 4 of his points are...
Look at that shot! How did that go in?
How about that?
Oh! And stolen by James. It's stolen by Bogut. Barnes dishes to Thompson. Back to Curry. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Curry's got 58. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity. And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Clark, no room for error
Kevin,
here.
got to be perfect from here on out. You're exactly right.
Ball going up court. And there's Green on the assist by Barnes. Now it's a 6-point Warrior lead.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Here's Golden State. It led by as many as 14 points. And the basket by Curry.
Pretty looking shot. I mean, when you can hit it from that deep, wow.
I tell you what, Clark, you got to be feeling pretty good to put it up from out there.
Timeout called Cleveland. They're behind by 6. 19 seconds left in the game. Irving kicks to Smith. Jacks up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And he commits the intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul, 3rd team foul.
6 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Curry can't get it to go. And the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Love. So we see the Warriors get the win here. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. As a unit, the team seemed to have a cohesive approach out there. How important was the lift you got from the bench?
We just do it as a team. You know, it's not an individual effort. We're a real deep team this year. We got a lot of guys who would start on some good teams, so we just did it collectively.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. So long.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry. It was lights out shooting at its best from him in this game. 60-plus points is rarefied territory that few players ever see in the NBA. But we saw it here tonight. Truly jaw-dropping.
One thing that stood out to me was his contribution from deep. We know he can hit the 3 ball, but we saw him do a lot more damage than normal. And that really opened up the game.
Just an unreal performance for him in so many ways. That was a player at the absolute top of his game. It's hard to imagine someone being any more dominant than he was tonight.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night And we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.